Howdy, howdy, everyone. We're back with another replay review. Today, we're going to be going over a replay from a friend of mine. They asked me to kind of go over it. They sent one in, and I believe this is a Champ 1 game, but are just going to kind of go over it and get into it. I believe this is 3v3, and like I said, Champ 1. So, first things first, kickoff's fine. I'm just going to try to review this like I typically review my own replay. So, that's good. You're just kind of staying back, waiting for your teammates to score, seeing what happens. That works. It's smart to kind of stay back there, so you're just playing more patient in case, it doesn't go in. So this touch could have been kind of risky. I know you want that boost, and I know you want that ball. I would probably either just choose one or the other at this rate, like go for the boost and then go up the wall and turn around, or try to catch the ball. But I kind of hitting it there. If your teammate wasn't back, that could have been a goal with that opponent right there too. I don't know why he's there, but it's kind of an iffy touch, but just watch out for that. It works out though. We're good. So whenever I'm in a situation that's like awkward like this, like you obviously don't see your teammate jumping here, you're kind of trying to go for the ball, save it. I would just chill here at this point. Like we don't see any real threat, We see the ball here. We have blue teammates there. There's really no threat from an orange player. You can see him kind of leaving. Our teammates kind of flinging themselves. It's awkward. So I would have just sat right there and not even jumped or boost, because then you could just think about what you're doing, see the ball bounce, and then go for it. But you kind of panic jump here and then bump your teammate, but it's fine. It works out again. Good hit past one there. Let's actually go back there. I want to see what happened to our boost here. So use a lot of boost there, and now we're still using boost, and at this point we don't really have any left, so it's kind of hard to go for that, but I understand your reasoning to want to go for it. Makes sense. That was a good cut. That was actually pretty good. Let me just go back and watch that again. Yes, you see that teammate kind of hit it out. He can't follow it. Our other teammate's way back, so it's actually pretty smart to cut here and go for a shot like you do. And it's good goal. Smart cheat up there. You have some boost to follow this now. Your teammate's there. I probably would have just waited here. I get why you want to go for this. It's probably something you should go for, but you have to kind of get a whole perspective of the field right here. So we can see the opponent. He's going to hit the ball first, and we can see our teammate over there who's probably just going to throw himself at the ball for no reason whatsoever. That's exactly what happens, but what also happens is you end up throwing yourself at the ball as well, which now you have two teammates out of the play, and your last teammate, the last man back, is in a 1v2. Thankfully, he doesn't get scored on, but could have been bad. So just be careful. Watch where we're going here. See, why did we get scored on? So first of all, we kind of left our teammate in a bad spot to begin with, like in this situation, double committed. Now we're trying to rush to get back here. And one thing, this is kind of, I see this happening now after I rewatch this. Don't use boost to get another pad. Like, don't go from pad to pad to pad unless you really need to get back. There's not that immediate of a threat, like, especially after that touch, there's really no threat. So, but as soon as you're picking up these pads, you're using them. So just save them. If you just save all this boost and you don't even use boost and you just flip through it, you're saving almost the same, or you're getting almost the same speed, but you're going to have like 50 boost right here rather than 20. And so now you're back here and you're like, well, I got to get boost because you don't have boost. So you go get this pad. And now because you didn't take a wide rotation, your, two teammates are in the net here. Your other teammates over there in Narnia again. And you're kind of in a bad spot here. If you would have picked up all these boosts, I'm just going to watch this one more time. So let's see. You would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, and at least one more. So that's 5. That's 60 boost. If my math is right, I think. And now, instead of cutting in, you would go over here, back post, and you can just sit in net. Or even sit back post here. Either way, not over here where you're just going to be in the peanut gallery watching the ball go in. So, let's get back to the player view here. So yeah, that's kind of, this is, I mean, it's a tough shot to save. You're out of position, and there's not much you can do because of the initial positioning that you did. So not really a big deal. Missed the boost on the half flip, got it back though. That's fine. Good aerial. No biggie. You should have went for that. Your teammate probably shouldn't have followed with you. Missing some boost, panicking here. Okay, so again, you go for this, you miss it, it's fine, whatever. Your teammate goes for it, not great. He probably double committed with you because since you didn't see him, it wasn't your fault here. But now you're using all your boost basically to get to the ground when you're already almost there. Like, I could understand if you used boost from this point to go down, but you waited until you were already basically going max, not max speed, but you're going down. You're about to touch the ground in like half a second, but you still use all of your boost, all 25. So now you have nothing. You're like, oh, I'm going to grab this boost. You miss it, and you got it. These are all like things where it's like, all right, something's got to be telling me to go back here. Like, I wasted all my boost. Let's just go back. Oh, I'm going to grab this boost. Oh, I missed it. Got to go. Like, we just got to go back. At some point, you got to just commit to going back. But instead, you're really determined to get this boost. You back up. Your teammate takes it, and now you're in the opposite corner. And I don't know if you get scored on here, but okay, you don't. But again, that could have been worse. So, and we're gonna jump right in here again. So all of this was fine. You were doing okay here. Let's see. So you got the boost. You're back. You didn't get scored on. No biggie. So you could cut in here. Like, I don't think this is a terrible thing. I probably would have played more patient in net because, again, your Mr. Banana dude over there is in Narnia. Your teammate just flung for the ball. He's not going to touch it. And even if you can 50 with this opponent, which you don't, even if you can 50 it with them, there's nobody covering net now. So I probably wouldn't have pushed up for this. I would have just rotated into the net and sat there. But you go for it, or you can fake it. It was a good idea to fake it. But again, we're rotating for this ball here again. Nobody's in our net yet. We're just kind of chilling in the corner. It works out, so you prove me wrong. But right here, I would have probably turned in the net and waited, because I just don't trust that. But you get it over the opponent, so nice job. You were speedy there. Flicking at mid. You're good, you're good. Getting the boost from that opponent, that's good. Pass it to the right. That's fine. We're just gonna kind of play it out here, see if I notice anything else. Okay, so hang on a second. Let's go back here. So you kind of do make the same mistake here again. You're pushing out of your net. First of all, even as second man, you shouldn't be pushing this far out into your corner. But as third man, you really shouldn't. Because you don't know what's happening with that ball. I don't know what's happening with that ball. No pro knows what's happening with that ball because there's 3 people on top of it, and that thing could get pinched in any direction. You don't know. So just sit back, wait, kind of mid net, maybe a little further in the net, and just wait and see. Literally, just have to watch the game sometimes. It's going forward, so that's fine. But now nobody's back, and this guy has a free hit over both of you. Like, in a higher level game, this is going in the net, and there's nothing you guys can do to save it. He doesn't hit it at the net, but again, you're going after it like you're trying to double tap on your own net. You should have, at any given point here, the first thing you should have done is been in the net and waited. It's fine, you didn't do that. Let's move on to the next step. Now you're here. They could probably shoot on you, so I would turn to the right here, because at this point, he's touching the ball before anyone else. So don't try to turn in and cut. Like, he's hitting that over you 100% of the time. Turn to the right, go back to the net, look for the save. He doesn't shoot it, so you don't have to worry about that. But again, that's what you should do here, is turn to the right if you're in this position. You don't. You turn to the left, and now you're just kind of lingering under the ball. Like, you really can't do anything with this. I mean, you could try to go for like some weird double touch save thing, because I think you heard him jump. So you panic, and you're like, I got to go save it. So you jump, because you don't want the teammate to shoot, or the opponent to shoot on it. But I mean, I'm pretty sure if your teammate didn't pinch that with you, you were ongoing. So just try to, be be a little bit more mindful. So yeah, just try to play around your teammates, watch what they're going to do, and be really patient. I know it's easy to get panicked. It's easy to get upset, like, oh, my teammates are they're in this weird position. They're not doing anything with the ball. They're giving it to, but if you push yourself out of position to try to prevent that, it's just going to end up in worse situations. But anyway, let's continue. See what happens. Oh, I think I turned the boost off. There we go. Has that been off the whole time? No, I don't think so. Okay, so what happened here? You're trying to go up to touch this, trying to save it. Our nameplate's on. Let's watch this one more time. So you kind of missed the aerial, kind of just a mechanical touch or miss there. I understand your desire to want to go up for this because you're like, you don't got any teammates back. You're afraid for a double touch. It's kind of going to be difficult. I don't know. That's a hard one to judge. I probably would have felt the need to go for that as well. So we'll just skip past that. Ignore that. This is all fine. Just playing nice and patient. And that's all you got to do. Just play that midfield. The best goals are the ones you don't have to do anything for and you don't have to have any risk for. You were in a good position there. Even if nothing or even if something happened, you would have been able to get back and save it. And yet you got to go off of it. So those are the best goals. That's good patience there. I probably would have done the same because especially at this rank, you don't really know if they're going to hit that. And if you missed that, you had a good shooting opportunity, so not terrible there. So I know you had a really good cut earlier, and it let you get a goal. But we got to be a little careful with it. You know, that was a pretty obvious situation to cut before. This one, I'm just going to watch it again. Maybe not as good of a situation to cut in. We got to be a bit mindful when we're cutting and know and kind of learn when and how to do it properly. Because if you're too close to your teammates and you're cutting them, then it's not good. Then you should just rotate around. But if your teammates are all the way in Narnia, then yeah, you probably want to go cut. So again, your teammate, no real risk there. He just scores a banger of a shot, and we move on. Okay, a little bit of panic from both teams here. You go for the best shot of your life. Kidding, by the way. That's fine. I probably would have went for it too because clips. Does this a go? Okay, so let's see what we could have done here. So realistically, if we have 0 boost here, the truth is we shouldn't be going for this. I mean, it clips, you gotta try, right? But we can't be too mad if we get scored on here because we're just throwing ourselves at it with 0 boost. Our teammate misses and we go back up for boost. So if you think about the field in a linear way, like, no, where am I going? If you think about it in kind of this linear way here, maybe I'll get creative and throw some lines on the screen and editing. But we have these horizontal lines, and when we're rotating back, unless it's a very little bit, let's just go back a second here. So I don't have any tools to draw right now, so maybe I'll throw some lines up in editing. But you see, like, you're going back, and then you make this giant detour to go, you know, you make this giant loop up to that boost there just because you wanted boost. But if you would have just taken your line initially, there's, again, you kind of, I'll draw it on the screen here, but you have 1, 2, 3, and then if you just take that line back, you'll get back to net with 30-40 boost easily, and you're not wasting how many seconds it takes to get that boost there. Because right now, you could be beyond the midfield. You could literally be past that gray line in the middle. And when this guy hits it, easy save for you, if not a shot, because he just gives it away. But because you went for that boost in that corner, it's just a goal for you. It's just a goal for them. So let's just watch the whole play from this perspective again. I think this is a good perspective here. So go for this shot. Honestly, it's not even a bad attempt. Like, that's fine that you went for it. But we gotta go straight back here. you know, there's plenty of time to get back there. If you would have went back right away, wouldn't have been a goal. Could have been a goal. Could have been a goal for you, rather. Let's get back to player cam here. Okay, that's fine to go for in threes, I would say. No biggie. Okay, so let's see what we're doing here again. You go for this, like that. This is a bit of an ambitious play, to be honest with you. I would probably have waited on the wall just a second to see, because like he gives it here. Like now this is a really good chance to go for it if you were still on the wall. But because you went as he still had control. Oh, went back a little far here, but let's see when he had control, when he lost control. So he still has control over this. Like he's going to beat you 9 times out of 10. You jump and he still has control. So unless maybe if you're, you know, obviously if you challenge perfectly here, you can dunk him in the middle of the air. But that's a really ambitious play, and because he still has control, he can do anything with this ball. So I wouldn't jump until he gives up some sort of control or you get a little closer to it. And that throws you out of the play. And unfortunately, there's really just not much you can do. Teammate's going to give it away and get scored on. But I can't improve what your teammates are doing. You're always going to have those teammates. So you got to focus on yourself and do everything you can to make yourself better so that you can make up for those teammates that are going to make those mistakes. That was kind of good, looking for a pass. Typically, I would have done the same. That's really unfortunate, but we're good. We're just going to play it. That's a good pass from our teammates. We take a nice, we give him our other teammate a little pass, but he's gonna play a little slow, and honestly, I don't blame him here. I know you might say like, oh, he should have been here for a pass. That's a good hit for you. You get it around 1, but now look at, like, again, you and this OG guy, whatever his name is, you're both up. You're both gonna take a minute to get back. He kind of, I mean, honestly, he might play a little too risky by going for this here. But because he's far back, he's playing it slow, you guys don't get scored on. So you don't get a goal out of it, but you can't complain because you don't get scored on. He was playing smart as third man. Now you're baiting him. I like that. I like that, not just throwing yourself at it. Looking for a cheeky little pass again. Getting control. I like that. Turn off ball cam. Good, nice. Let's watch that again. That's a good little dribble on 1. Pop it up over 2, and there you go. If you want any sort of tips on this, I would say, I mean, for the most part, this was good. You cut it off there. You missed the boot. Well, actually, that was a good cut. Otherwise, he would have dunked you. I would have just turned ball cam off here and got control of it, because you kind of play with ball cam on here, and like you have no idea what's going on in front of you. So it's a little awkward, but yeah, you got the goal. It works. Good job. And you immediately get it back. That's pretty unfortunate. But I'm going to be honest with you, it wasn't a great kickoff, and it kind of goes right into our net. So let's look at the kickoff, and let's see why it did that, okay? I'm not just going to say bad kickoff. Let's, do better. Let's look at this kickoff. So we're going to throw her in slower speed. I want to get a little zoomed out here. Okay. Give me, slow it down. How do I zoom down? Okay. So why does this happen? We'll look at it from a couple of perspectives. What is going on right now? Why am I going so fast? Okay. So the reason this ball goes into your net is because we have to look at this right here. Look at the angle and the position you hit the ball. He hit it pretty much on the center. Still not perfect, honestly, but you hit it way to the side here, and you hit it low, which caused it to go up and pinch out. So let's look at this from a different perspective here. So you hit the ball, maybe this or this one. I don't know why this is going so fast. So first of all, you're a little slow to it. He beats you. That's fine though, as long as you hit the ball in the right position and you prepare for it. because you kind of wait that second to jump because you think you're going as fast as him. He goes a little faster than you. You hit the ball low. That causes the ball to go up, pinches up. That gives it that height. But what gives it that the reason it has that trajectory into your wall, into your side, and not like perfectly horizontal, is because of, like we just saw, this vertical position here, where you guys pinch it here, and the only place the ball can go there is that direction. So what you want to do to fix that is try to hit the ball as in the center as you can, like right in line here. And ones really helps with this because you'll get punished all day long in ones. So for anyone looking to improve their kickoff, just play ones, put a piece of tape over your score so you don't care, and just keep practicing the kickoffs. And you might get beat 10-0. It doesn't matter. Just focus on the kickoffs. And every time you get scored on, just be like, cool, I get to try another kickoff. Good. I got scored on. I can do another kickoff. So, yeah, you hit that ball so far to the left that it's going that way. If you would have been straight on, that ball would have either died or went a different direction, but it wouldn't have went in your net. So that's why you got scored on there. You might want to blame your teammates for not being ready for it, but this is a hard thing to hit. Like, let's look at that from Mr. Banana's perspective or OJ's perspective. So he goes for this boost. This ball is flying over. He does not expect this ball to go the way it does. And he's just not in a position to save it. Like, he just doesn't expect it. He tries to recover. From his perspective, there's really nothing he can do. Now, yes, he could have been in a better position here. Probably could have played it safer, but tit for tat at that point. Let's just continue on. How much is left in this replay? Oh my god, that's an insane overtime. It's alright, we'll have a good video here. Okay, so you kind of cut there. Kind of rotated ball side, and then you felt the urge to cut. Is what it is. Not a huge mistake. It's fine. So, this is another weird position, because I understand your desire to go here, but in solos, like if you're solo queuing, especially threes at this rank, you got to just respect your teammates and let them go. I know you got to cut earlier and it worked, but you don't know where your team is here. You know, you see this ball, you see one teammate go, right? You see one teammate go. You don't know where the other teammate is. If you knew he was in your net, then yeah, cut it all day long, but you don't know where he's at. So don't risk it and go for this. And it turns out you both go. Now, no one's back. I mean, your teammate gets back pretty quick. Thankfully, you don't get scored on, but just go back there. That's unfortunate again. I kind of see, like, you thought he was going to hit it, so you went there. He didn't. Your teammate turned. He's making the same mistakes you were. It is what it is. We're just going to ignore it and continue playing our game. All right, overtime. Let's go. Okay, we're not playing the game. Okay, we are playing the game. That's fine. Getting the boost. Awkward touch. Waiting for our teammate. Nice dunk there. Followed up. Okay, we're good. We're just going to flip back. Just going to try to get back as fast as possible. We're taking a horizontal approach to get back. Not terrible because we're getting out of the play. It's almost a goal. We have full boost and we're safe back. Decent rotate there. Let's continue. Going for a power shot. I like the attempt. I like the demos, the aggression. Got to be a little quicker to get back. We want to try to recover a little better. But it was good demos. I like it. Good positioning there. Nice try, nice try. We're just gonna keep cruising through this. This is all honestly pretty decent here. You guys are playing just good Rocket League for the most part. Both teams are playing pretty safe here. You kind of cut your teammate off there, but he acknowledged it and accepted it, I think. He goes for a shot, not quite there. You guys got a lot of good pressure here, so that's good. You guys getting very close. You really just got to kind of hone in those mechanics to get the final good shot honed in or put in. That was pretty fortunate. You were kind of ready for the save, but if they had a good good shot there, you probably wouldn't have saved it. So that's pretty fortunate there. I might skip ahead here at in this overtime just because honestly it's all pretty safe for Rocket League. There's not a whole lot of major mistakes going on. It's hard to focus on anything really specific, and again, like all these shots opportunities that you guys are getting are good. They're just not quite what you need, but they're pretty good. That could have been a pretty risky play there. So you don't really know where your teammates are again. I'm just going to let it roll. But you didn't really know where your teammates were, and you still went for it. They were kind of pushed up, and it could have been a goal. But last we carried on, but he could scored on. And that's how it ends. All right, there it is. Well, I don't really have too much to say about that final goal. I mean, you kind of go for it here. I was going to, if anything, roast it, but it went in. So, because again, you have your one teammate there, you have your other teammate on the left. You think he's rotating back. Ideally, he is. So yeah, I guess that's a fine challenge there, and it's a good shot, so it just goes in. Not much to say about it, but a good game. Hope I was able to help you figure out some stuff, what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. Hopefully you can take some of the things I've said and improve it in your next games. For anyone else that's, at this level, I hope you saw something that might be common for you. Maybe some of these plays are something you see every game, and you were able to acknowledge that, oh, hey, this happened in my game, and I was able to give some helpful advice for that. So again, this is like a Champ 1, I believe, game. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.